Hello, welcome to our channel. Jayne Mansfield remains one of Hollywood's most unforgettable icons, a woman whose image challenged conventions and helped redefine glamour during a time when bold self-expression was still considered risky. When discussions arise around her famous G-string photos, they are less about shock value and more about understanding how Mansfield consciously shaped her public persona. These images, often described as leaving little to the imagination, were not callous accidents but carefully curated moments that reinforced her status as a symbol of fearless femininity and unapologetic confidence. For audiences then and now, they capture a star who knew exactly how to command attention in an industry dominated by strict rules and double standards. In the conservative climate of 1950s Hollywood, Mansfield's style felt revolutionary. While many actresses were boxed into wholesome or demure roles, she leaned into a daring aesthetic that celebrated curves, confidence, and charisma. The G-string photographs became part of that narrative, representing a woman who refused to hide her body or apologize for embracing her sensual side. Rather than diminishing her, these images amplified her presence, making her instantly recognizable and endlessly talked about. They were bold without being careless, provocative without being vulgar, and perfectly aligned with the playful, blonde bombshell image she cultivated. What truly attracts audiences to these photos today is not just the fashion choice, but the attitude behind it. Mansfield radiates self-assurance, standing tall and comfortable in her own skin. At a time when women were often expected to tone themselves down, she did the opposite, turning visibility into power. The G-string, controversial as it was, became a statement of ownership over her image. She wasn't being shaped by Hollywood alone, she was actively shaping how Hollywood looked at her. There is also a timeless quality to these images. Vintage photography carries a sense of nostalgia, and Mansfield's photos blend classic glamour with daring confidence. The lighting, poses, and expressions evoke an era when stars were larger than life, yet still human enough to feel accessible. Modern audiences, accustomed to constant exposure on social media, often find something refreshing in how intentional and theatrical these moments feel. They remind us that allure once relied on presence and personality as much as appearance. Beyond aesthetics, Jayne Mansfield's G-string photos open a conversation about women reclaiming control over their narratives. She understood publicity better than most of her contemporaries and used it as a tool rather than a trap. By pushing boundaries, she stayed relevant, discussed, and unforgettable. That strategic boldness is part of why her legacy continues to attract viewers decades later. Ultimately, these photos endure because they represent more than a provocative outfit. They capture a woman unafraid to stand out, to be seen, and to challenge expectations. For audiences seeking glamour, confidence, and a touch of rebellion, Jayne Mansfield's iconic images continue to fascinate, proving that true star power is not just about what you wear, but how confidently you wear it.